What's up from the Players Lounge? We're going quarterback today. Brock Vandagriff, third-year guy, or heading into his third season at the University of Georgia, joining us to talk a little dogs, a little off-season, what's going to be happening over these next 6-7 months as they head into their season. And Brock, first off, like all you do is win. You know, state championship your senior year of high school. You roll that into now back-to-back championships at the University of Georgia. When's the last time that you ever like lost a season or had multiple losses or just lost in life? Because it just seems like you're a good luck charm.
Oh yes, sir. The past 3 years have been really eventful, and just if you're gonna build a habit in something, I think winning would be one that a lot of people wouldn't be mad about. And past three seasons have been great, and high school and then two natties. That's just been awesome, and just hopefully we can keep it rolling moving forward.
I think you guys will. Well, speaking of winning both on and off the field, it is the off season, a little bit of time to have some fun. I know you're a big outdoorsman. What was the big W this past weekend for you and some of the boys?
So me and Brock Bowers and Chaz Chambliss and Cash Jones, all of our roommates, we hopped in the truck and drove to Arkansas, and we had a little duck hunt. It was like the second to last weekend before the season goes out, so sometimes it's a little slow, but we ended up getting after them pretty good, and we shot 70 in 3 days, so it was a pretty good hunt.
Who's the best shot out of the group?
So Bowers, he's been duck hunting the most out of all of us because he's from Cali, so they have a lot of duck hunting up there. But in Georgia, duck hunting isn't that good, so we'll probably have to give it to the Cali man.
See, I would never have known
I
California
know.
duck hunting. That seems very
Yeah.
opposite. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but good for Brock. I always feel like Brock was going to be like the last place of that from being from California. So
Yeah.
it's kind of funny to me. All right. So we'll touch on this briefly, and it's been a very hot topic these past couple weeks. But Stetson, give me just a how will you remember Stetson Bennett from your interactions with him from the past couple of years?
Stetson's he's just a unique guy. Right before Coach Faulkner left to go to Georgia Tech, it was one of our last days, and he looked at it was me, Carson, and Gunner, and he's like, well, I'm gonna miss Stetson. And we were like, man, so are we. And he just always keeps everybody laughing in the QB room, and he's fun to be around. And just Coach Faulkner literally looked at us. He was like, the dude's magical. He's like, there's no other way to say it. He said, the dude is magical. And I mean, he'll come into meetings eating all the time, like screaming in on two wheels. But you just got to love the dude. And he's fun to be around. And we're going to miss him dearly in the QB room.
And talk about just his traits real quick on the field, because you have to see him every day in practice. Like, I think he get drafted. I think he get drafted pretty high, honestly. Like, do you guys kind of feel like that? I know he's one of your boys. You've been with him and you've seen him up close and personal, but like to see him make the plays in practice and on the field, I don't know. I kind of see him like fourth round, maybe sneaking into the third round.
Yes, sir. We my opinion, just I think he throws a great ball. And the thing that's unique about Stetson Bennett is that, I mean, he could go into a game, go into whatever. He could throw 4 interceptions and it looked like he punted the football, maybe like it's going sideways, like awful throws or whatever, and it's not going to affect him. Like, and I think that's just so valuable about him because he really honestly does not care. Like, he's next play mentality all the time, and he doesn't let things rattle him like that. And I believe that's so unique about him and something that's very important to the QB position in moderation. But I think he's going to impress some people on his pro day, and the dude has a bazooka for a right arm. So you're really interested to see how that goes as well.
I think that's a problem. Like, no, like people think walk on, so he must not have a strong arm. But I think that's as you've seen and I've seen, like far from the truth. We're also keeping a tally right now of the amount of times that Brock calls me sir. So we are at 2 at the moment. Make me feel like I got even more gray hairs in my beard than I already do. So it is a new era of college football. Big news last week for the big rival, Florida. Missed out on an opportunity to bring in a top quarterback, the whole $13 million controversy. I'll ask you this first. Like, if you were offered that deal, $13 million,
Yeah,
I think we would all take it. What are you spending your $13 million on?
I don't know. There's a lot of different things I'd like, but I don't know. We just have to play it by ear. I'm not sure.
New hunting gear, new truck.
Yeah, probably a little bit of everything. I got an older truck, 2003, so I'll probably get something a little newer, a little smoother, and maybe a new boat or something.
You can do a lot with that 13.
Yeah, for real.
Take,
Yes, sir.
take the offensive lineman out a lot. That's 3.
Yeah.
Is it getting too much? Like, is that like a little bit over the top, or you just feel like, man, that's the way we're going? And man, for quarterbacks, I kind of love that the fact the market's getting a little bit wild.
Yeah. I don't know. Just me personally with the NIL, like I believe it was started with good intentions in mind, and that everyone was gonna. I believe it was good intentions to start with, and I just think it's getting away from that and getting a little extreme at times. But I mean, good for that kid, and I think it kind of causes some unrest in the locker room, which is something that we really haven't had a problem with at Georgia, just because. I mean, Coach Smart's really good about everybody being like locked in on football, and NIL comes second, and all the off-field stuff comes second, third, and the relationship with their teammates is more important than any NIL in college. Because I mean, it's 3 to 4 years of your life, and if you're getting that type of NIL coming out of high school, then you're probably going to be playing pro. And I just believe it's kind of taken away from how college football used to be, and how just it kind of causes some unrest in the locker room. Like, you got guys that have been contributing to the program for maybe 3 or 4 years. I mean, giving their heart and soul to the program, and maybe they didn't have any NIL like coming in this year or last year. And they definitely didn't when they came from high school, because it wasn't a thing. And just a guy that comes in and really hadn't ever played or been in the locker room or had a bloody Tuesday or a team run, getting that type of deal is just, I don't know. I don't know if it would work out the way they're hoping it would work out.
No, I agree, man. Like, go out there and earn it. Like Drake May getting those $5 million offers after he balled out this season. Like, I get that. Good for you, man. You balled
Yes,
out.
sir.
People want to pay you. Go get paid. But for someone who's never stepped foot in the locker room at the college level or played in, a game or practice, dude, it's stupid money.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of something that is not stupid, and it's been extremely fun to watch, is your offense. And it's funny, like I watch Georgia, then I watch like an NFL game, and you see like, the Chiefs or San Francisco and how they move guys around. Even San Francisco
Mm-hmm.
last night, they move McCaffrey around, they move Kittles around. You see Kelsey get moved around a lot, and you guys do that a lot. Moving
Mm-hmm.
Bowers and Washington, and the running backs out of the backfield, getting those matchups. Like, when the college game, you think RPO, spread, up tempo. You guys aren't that, but I think you're maybe the best offense in all of college football. How awesome is that when you watch your film and then you say you watch like the highlights or an NFL game?
I think it's really just it's like you said, it's so similar. And when it comes to Coach Monken, like all of our verbiage and stuff is the stuff he's been using for years. And like the other day, I don't know what they call it with the Peyton and Eli, like they're like kind of
simulcast.
Yeah. So I was sitting in our kitchen and just eating, and he's breaking down a play or something, and he basically says one of the plays of our offense. I was like, holy smoke, that's exactly what we call it, and that's exactly the same concept we run. And just when it comes to Coach Monken, everything he has is so like statistically driven, and that's why so many people are bought in with the offense. Because if you're walking around Georgia, like if you've been here for a year or two, like everyone knows the offense and they know why they're doing what, because everything is just so statistical driven and it's easy to get behind. And if you ask why, he's going to tell you why we're doing this and that. And that's just, he just coaches it and teaches it really well.
Yeah, it's I love it. I think it's the best offense. I know there's some other offenses that maybe have some more points based on kind of their tempo and what they do, but I don't know. I think what you guys do is more difficult for any defense because of the matchups he creates. All right, so great last year. I want to go back to kind of what we talked about before. You've been a part of a lot of championship teams. Last year's championship team was special, but they did have the one blemish. This year's championship team, 15-0. You were a part of both. You faced both defenses in practice. If this is like a NCAA football game or whatever, if we found a way to put both those teams on the field together, 2021 versus 2022 Georgia Bulldogs, who wins?
That's a tough question. And I think some of the teams this year were, I don't know. Last year was different when we lost to Bama. This year was different because we didn't lose, and we were getting comparisons to the 2019 LSU offense and defense, because I believe our defense was a little underrated this year. Like, people were just sweeping them under the rug, like as if it wasn't an insane defense, almost as good as it was last year. I'd say our defense was probably a little better last year, and our offense was probably a little better this year, just because guys are getting older, and we lost a few guys on defense. But I don't know. I think it'd be a good game. It'd be really interesting to watch.
Who was more terrifying for you last year when you're doing scouting to go against, Nakobe or Jordan?
I'd probably have to say Quay Walker.
Ooh.
I forgot what week it was, but I was in I had to wear the red jersey because I think it was KJ Jefferson from Arkansas. And they were like, this guy's a big guy. Like, we got to be able to wrap him up and stuff. And Coach Smart had just got done ripping Quay on the microphone. And Quay hit me so hard. I got hit into Keely and we both fell down. I still remember it to this day.
God, I just go back and look at like watching NFL games. Like, that guy was on Georgia last year. That guy was on Georgia. That guy. Seeing Nakobe and Jordan, there for Philadelphia, getting ready to maybe head over to the Super Bowl here in a couple of weeks. All right, last thing before I let you go, just your offseason goals, man. It's gonna be a really fun quarterback battle. I was a part of a really fun quarterback battle heading into my, I guess, redshirt freshman year with Zach Menenberger, and it was back and forth. That's all everyone wanted to talk about was Aaron versus Met. And obviously, it, like, that's all people are going to want to talk about for the next, 5 months during spring ball. But I guess my advice to you is just focus on you. Like, the first thing first. Like, I didn't care what Met did. I didn't care what Met did in practice. What he did in the meetings. Like, all you have to worry about is what can you do every day to take care of your business. And if you do what you need to do, you'll be just fine. But like, what do you need to do? Like, in your opinion, what do you want to accomplish these next 2 months leading up to spring to get ready to go?
Definitely just mentally and physically. I just have to improve. I've taken huge leaps since I got on campus, but the main thing for me, I would say, is just I've been watching like 30 to 45 minutes just every morning, just different cut ups of our offense and checks and stuff. And I just believe those things are just invaluable. And Coach Monken, he's me out with that, but just being able to know what I'm doing at all times, like the back of my hand, like not having to guess any out there, and just the mental aspect of the game, and just making sure I know all the checks and stuff, because whenever you're a 3 or you're getting mixed in with the 2s, like they say, like, it's a lot of mental reps. And I just being able to watch those reps is not as valuable as being able to get in those reps. So I really got to make up some space there and just the mental aspect of the game. But I would also love to put on like 10 or 15 pounds is what I'd like to play at this fall. So we'll be working on that in the weight room and working on the mental aspect in the film room.
Ooh, how big are you right now?
I'm like 205.
Okay, you can hold 220.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you could definitely hold 220. All right, well, that ends the count. I think we ended up at 5 servers in about 12 minutes, so that's not too bad. I'm gonna have to go dye my beard after this. Yeah, there's 6. I got one more in there. All right, man, appreciate you. I know there's a lot of fans, including myself, of you, and kind of seeing you do your thing in practice, and then when you got in there during the games these past couple of years. And like I said, I can't wait to kind of see you guys duke it out this spring. And best of luck, have fun, and we'd love to get you back at some point.